Hello everyone and welcome to Logistics Expert. And hopefully today I will learn how to be an expert in logistics. I've used the word logistics a few times, but I didn't really know what it meant. I was just kind of hoping I was getting it right. I don't actually know what a logistics is or how it works. So hopefully this game will clear that up. Logistics Expert, what we are playing right here, was originally a mobile game, but it is now on PC, and the difference between the PC and mobile game version is microtransactions have been removed and there are no longer ads. So instead of waiting for new tasks, we can just refresh and get new tasks whenever we want, and we don't even have to watch any ads to do it. We can just actually play the game like it's a real video game instead. Which, I'm a fan of that. Also, obviously, there's a new control scheme now that it's on PC, but I'm using a controller, so I'm not even using the control scheme the game has by default. The way the game works, as near I can tell, is that orders come in, and we accept the orders, and then we complete the orders, and we get money. And the orders are to take crates and put them in our loading zone, and then put the crates on a different train, and then that train goes away, and that's it. That's how logistics works, to my understanding, is that you take crates off a train, put the crates on a different train, and then you get money. I don't know what's in these crates, but I assume it's really important stuff, like anime. I also don't know where these crates are headed, but I assume it's really important places, like my house. So, this is one of 3 areas available in Logistics Expert. You have to unlock the others, but we need $10,000 to unlock the port, so that way we can take crates off of a ship instead of just taking them off of trains. So that's what we're going to be doing, is trying to get 10,000 fucking dollars right now. To say this game is simple would be very accurate, incredibly accurate, but it is a game about moving crates back and forth so far. So I can't really, I don't know what working at a logistics company is like, but if this is accurate, then it's accurate. The game has a job to simulate with reasonable accuracy how you work at a logistics company. And if this is what you do, this is what you do. Now, I'm not going to lie. Between trains coming, I did kind of lie on the floor and close my eyes and just wait for the sound of the train brakes, so that way I could actually wait more comfortably, because you gotta wait between trains arriving. You don't gotta wait that long. I assume the wait between trains arriving is much longer in real life logistics, but some things had to be abridged for the sake of making a playable game, So the orders go on the trains in ascending number. You don't really have to pay any attention to it. You just look at which number is the lowest, and that one goes on the train first, and the highest number goes on the train last. Now, one thing I'm actually not pleased with about this game is that I was promised an atmospheric soundtrack on the Steam store page, and that is not present in this game. There is no atmospheric soundtrack. Unless by atmospheric soundtrack they meant like bird sounds, because there are some bird sounds. So if that's what they meant, then yeah, that's fine. I'm sure a lot of people would look at this and other simulation games and be like, why are you playing this? Why bother? Who even wants these? But obviously quite a large amount of people want these because they keep making them. And I think every video game has value, even simulation games. Right? These are experiences that I personally won't get to have, and maybe I can sort of figure out what they're like by playing a simulation game. Granted, I don't think that real-life logistics company workers have crosshairs telling them whether they're moving the crate over the proper position, but some concessions have to be made so that way you can create a playable video game. On mobile especially, which is what this was originally for. Though it's to my understanding there are other logistics games on PC which also have those crosshairs, so maybe those crosshairs do appear in real life and I just don't understand. I've played this game for some hours at this point. I don't know if I'd call it entertaining, but I'm not really sure that's the point. I'm sure there are some people that are very entertained by this game, but I'm not sure if that's the only point of games like this. They're not really meant to be exciting. If they were meant to be exciting, there would be so many more things that would be happening right now besides loading and unloading crates. But now I think I understand what a logistics company does, which is load and unload crates with various very strange company logos on them. This weird black and white crate with this logo especially looks very suspicious, but my job is to move the crates. I feel like this job could be automated. I feel like it could be. Maybe not without some portion of error though yet, so maybe we need to get a little better. I wonder if anyone that does this enjoys doing this. I don't think I know anyone that works at a logistics company, or I would have asked for their input on this. I don't think. Okay, so there are a lot of these, like a whole lot of these, especially in Germany, and not all of them come to the United States or English-speaking countries. But so many of them get physical releases on PC. Some of them even get physical releases on console. Simulation games, I mean, not logistic simulators specifically. And I don't think this is one that got a physical release because it started on, mobile. But that's basically the only reason I think it doesn't have a physical release, because there are many simulation games of much lower quality and much lower budget than this that received physical releases. There are some things to note about this game's mechanics that I don't understand and maybe aren't so perfect. First of all, you see that timer up there? Oh, here's we're picking up crates from a company that has a mixture of the Gmail and Thunderbird logo. Very bold of them. Hope they don't get sued over that one. Also, what is an email company shipping in such large crates? Anyway, some things about this game mechanics I don't understand and may not be perfect. You see that timer up there? I don't think it does anything. At first I thought that you either lost the order or lost money, or the company wouldn't use you anymore if that timer ran out before you completed the order, but when the timer runs out, nothing happens. You don't lose any money, you don't lose the order, the company will still work with you, you don't get chastised for it. As far as I can tell, there are absolutely zero negative consequences for letting the timer run out. You still get the same amount of money and everything. Maybe it's some sort of leftover from when this game was a mobile game and they forgot to remove it or something, even though they removed everything else that would let you know it's mobile except for the user interface. Because, they didn't feel like changing the buttons just because it was on PC now. Even though the buttons let you know that it was a mobile game, because that's what mobile game buttons look like. Another thing that seems a little odd to me is that you can place crates on trains and remove crates from trains before the trains have stopped fully. And if you do this, the train will glitch out and refuse to ever leave the station, no matter what you do. Which soft locks you. Thankfully, exiting the game and starting it up will fix the problem. But soft locking is still not good, especially when you can do it entirely by accident, just by loading or unloading a crate before the game is ready for you to. If there were some sort of actual intended consequence for loading or unloading a crate early, like the train crashing, then that would be different, but the game just soft locks, which I don't think is supposed to happen. It does feel just a little bit like I'm in an entirely different universe when I'm playing this game, and I'm not sure if it's in the intended way. It just feels a little weird to me. Oh, another thing I should mention, almost forgot, is that this game says it has realistic physics. And there seems to be an absence of physics unless you go out of your way to trigger them in ways that, shouldn't be physically possible. So not only are the physics not realistic when they do happen, but they're not really present. So, that maybe that's a little bit of a lie, just a tiny bit. So, join me next time when I try to successfully move crates from the railway to the port, because we're going to get a port next time. And maybe succeed. That logo, that blue one, looks like the OnLive logo. Maybe not a good sign for that company's future.